What's up, Starcraft fans? You are watching a co-op mutation. I am CTG and we're doing Railroad Switch on Oblivion Express. I am playing this time as Vorazun. My masteries are Black Hole Duration, Time Stop, Unit Speed Increase, and 22 points on Chrono Boost Efficiency and 8 points on Initial and Maximum Spirit Rune Energy. My ally, Eswald, played as Haned Horner. So, thank you to Nia Metal who is supporting the Pulse Cannon here, and thank you to all my supporters on Patreon. This was so much cancer. We already played on the custom map. Again, we slowed down the game difficulty because it was kind of intense. For the Zertul video, we did not slow down the game speed. For this one, we did. So let's get on with it. So the reason I only put 8 points in the in the energy mastery is because I wanted just enough to get this fast dark pylon. And I rush out 2 gases. And then they wait for. I'm gonna start the pro production. Apparently his keyboard's switched language. I've been telling it to the correct syntax. But anyway, enough about that. At 15, I'm going to start my gateway, like so, and I'm going to chrono boost this gateway, and it's going to build faster. The benefit of having the chrono boost mastery is my whole build is going to be faster. I need my Dark Templar to start really early, because the first train will need to be soloed. So my ally is going to help me expand, but he's not sure whether he should take the minerals or the gas. I tell him to take the Nexus first, because I need minerals in the early game. Once that gateway completes, I'm going to start my Cyber score really early, even before 1 minute 50 seconds, and I switch the chrono boost to that immediately. Normally, remember, the Twilight Council is available or is buildable at 3 minutes, but I'm going to have it available much earlier. I'm going to save about half a minute here, which is amazing. Chrono Boost does actually work on constructing buildings. She got the APN though. Look at that. Anyway. Start another pylon there. And I set my pro to my expansion so I can start my Nexus. I also started the Warp Gate research, and I already sent a probe. So once the Twilight Council completes, I can start my Dark Shrine at 3 minutes. That's a whole minute saved from just the Chrono Boost mastery. That is amazing. That is incredible. I should use that more often while it's still available for. I'm not sure if it's a bug, but I like it. It hastens my build order considerably. I like it. Start the Nexus. I mineral walk my probe over his Reapers so I can help take down the rocks. Chrono boost my my gateway so they'll complete faster. Again, I need early game units here.
The enemy is en route to our base.
So you might be wondering why I'm player 2 this time. Vorazun needs to be player 2. Because she does not have the early game firepower to be player 1, because the train needs to be taken down quickly.
Attack our enemies while time is destroyed.
Of course, we selected the enemy composition. We picked Robo Colossus here, and I'm giving out orders. I wanted to drop the space station on top of the escort, so we'll have fewer stuff to deal with. Of course, I'm already researching Shadow Fury. Make some Dark Templar. Of course, continue saturating my expansion. Okay, now it's time to get vision. And that was mistimed. That was mistimed. I wanted to drop it here, not there. But anyway, it's gonna detonate the nuke on them anyway, so it's fine. Yeah, they got damaged anyway. Now I work on these. You can see I only have 4 Dark Templar to start with, which is why Vorazun cannot be player 1. Or even with the current boost, I still only have 4 of them to work with. Although that will ramp up relatively quickly.
Enemies are heading for us. Don't.
Okay. Warp into more Dark Templar. While my ally is taking care of the train, I'm gonna intercept the second wave. Yeah, the second wave. Okay. I'll burst these down. Okay, I'm already gaining supply. I already have 7 Dark Templar. Okay, once the blink research completes, I'm gonna retreat and I'm gonna do a remember my Starcraft master video? Right click here, then shift click blink, then shift click attack, so they can automatically move themselves and blink over to the train and attack it right after. So I don't have actual units here. That's a bit unfortunate. I thought I took care of all of them. Well, I'll have to warp in some dudes there. Okay, then I recall my army back to base so I can meet the next wave. Meanwhile, I'm starting 2 Stargates because I will still need them earlier, or later rather, because there will be air units with the Robo Colossus. Not many, but there will be air. So my ally is actually going for Hellions here. That will help do damage versus the trains, because they are they do bonus damage versus armored. It's not bad so far. Now I just warp in. I just keep up my macro. It's macro time now basically. So I give orders, charge into the wave. We say I have time stop, so we will be able to attack into there. I start the fleet bacon.
Temporal anomaly established.
Fleet bacon.
Strike now, warriors.
So for now, we're taking care of the wave or the escort, so that when we try to right click on the trains, there won't be as many things shooting back at us. There you go. Now that we've whittled down the immortals, I can right click on the train. Again, the trains are bugged. All the trains are separate units, so they take damage separately. But when it syncs up, when the train sync up health, only the train with the most damage is the one synced to. All the trains with lesser damage have all their damages nullified. So the attacks done on those trains are wasted. Which is why it's wiser to focus on a single car on the trains rather than do area damage on the trains themselves. Ali's focusing down the train.
Oh look, something's.
I might have a video explaining the bug later on. Yeah, it's not a fun bug.
They could no more evade our wrath.
It's not a fun bug. Anyway, we're gonna intercept the wave. Shadow Fury. And my ally runs in, takes them out. That APM. Now we're getting upgrades. Now we have the cloaking field for our Corsairs, and now I'm researching Disruption Web. It's actually going to be useful here. So I actually thought it might be a good idea to get Stasis Wards, the Stasis Wards for Oracles. Because those will stun the enemy, and that will allow us to damage them when they get the upgrade. We're just moving here. The station's ready. I tell him to wait for the escort, and I'm pretty sure he already knows this time which one to use. There we go. I'm getting the Stasis Ward upgrade. What's this called? Well, I don't know what it's called. Okay, ally drops it perfectly. And I change those gateways to warp gates. Okay. Those scouts are trapped in my black hole. I'll burst them down. Tell my ally to finish off that scout so we won't have areas anymore. Okay, I tell my ally to retreat because I saw a carrier, and we don't actually have the firepower to take that down quickly. There we go, retreat for now. Live today, fight tomorrow. Okay, now it's my train. So what I'm doing is just focusing down single cars. You can see I'm not spreading my Dark Templar over the trains. I'm focusing on single trains, or single cars. See, I focus on this one now, and then switch over to this one, 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 until it goes down.
None slip through the...
Again, the trains sync up damage. They take damage separately, but only a single train's damage is synced up too. The other damage, the damage to the other trains, the other cars, do not count. Which is why it's wiser to focus on a single car on the train. See, I have a few oracles now. I mean, they're good. At least we have detection. That's good. So now we're trying to camp the spawn. Okay, we move up there. See, we're gaining supply now. 14 minutes, and we are already at 140 supply. Not Rainer speed, but pretty good still. Finish that off. Okay. I believe the first double train will be my allies. Yeah, he's gonna need to focus it down. Now I drop time stop. Finish these off. Still at 143 supply. Oh, my ally was able to finish it off relatively quickly. I'm gonna do my part and finish it off. There we go. Down it goes. Retreat for now. I recall my allies' galleons so that they won't be destroyed. I use a black hole there, so we can burst them down and splash them down. And down it goes. Now we attack the second train. I just back her up. Keep building more pylons. My allies already getting the third attack upgrade. That's good. The attack upgrades for Hyde and Horner benefit their Reapers, so it's actually good. It's actually a good idea to get. I'm also researching mind control. These Colossus are really nice units to have. So this is my train. So I focus it down. Now it's my ally's train. Now he needs to focus it down. Just spam more pallets while I have the minerals. Finish off these hybrids. Now intercept this attack wave. You can see how hectic it is, and why we slowed down the game speed. I'm trying to think of a commander who I can do this on the, well, Zeratul of course, Zeratul and Nova. We did this on normal speed, or on faster speed rather. That's Zeratul and Nova. But I'm trying to think of other commanders. Maybe Dahaka and Abathur. They are strong enough. However, the first trade will be an issue, especially if we don't have the ultimate illusions by then. I think Abathur will need to be player 1. He needs to rush out to the Brutalisk and burst down the train. And then Dahaka will need to rush out Rabasaurs. Or maybe even Impalers. We'll see, we'll see. For now, we know the next train will be arriving from the middle. So we are already posturing ourselves to try and take them out.
Looks like they've got another shipment leaving the station.
Okay. My time stop's gonna be ready soon, but I will choose not to use it. I actually need it for the double trade. So need a little bit of patience here. My ally, on the other hand, uses the space station. You can see I'm actually mind controlling the Colossus. The mind control apparently does not work for units that are immune to you. For example, this Colossus with a shield on, I cannot mind control that. However, I can mind control my own units, and what that does is, when the Colossus dies, it will not switch over to my ally. That means just a single mind control will eliminate it permanently. Now my ally will no longer need to deal with it, so it's a good idea. It's a good idea. Regardless. Now it's my train. I focus down. You see, I'm still working on a single car at a time, not spreading myself over several cars. Just working on a single car at a time. I split up a few Dark Templar to take care of that hybrid. Down it goes. Now my ally will need to take care of that other hybrid.
It is a good day since
Take care of this wave. Splash it down. Attack the hybrid. Finish them off. You can see I'm now getting the last of my air upgrades, air attack upgrades at least, and I'm using my minerals, my spare minerals to make cannons. To to delay, because I'm already at maximum supply, and the only way I can get more is by having the dark archons assigned to steal Amon's units. Yeah, I mentioned it right there. I can't control immune units. Yeah, my ally needs to work on keeping his galleon safe. Really don't want to lose those. See, I have a Colossus walking around. Alright. I drop time stop. My ally's gonna finish off his half of the train. And I might control some Colossus. It's gonna be helpful. You can see I'm at 220 supply. This is the only way to win. It's still Dark Templar Corsair, but I have a few Colossus, which will help me burst it down. Oh, apparently the first life was mine. I recall my army out of there. Get them to safety. I'll need to finish that off.
You cannot flee.
Okay, so if you've been diligently using your time stop, you will actually have the attack wave before the second train. So we burst this down. Ally is actually using the fleet call down on the train. That's fine.
Client's willing to pay.
Bit of a waste, but it's fine.
Trains on the bottom track. You take him out.
Okay. More Dark Archons on the way. Okay, now that train's finished off, we rush over to the side. Try to finish it off. Mind control that Colossus. Claws are such fun use to mind control. Hey, just get these. Burst down the trains. It's nice because they're ranged units and they have splash damage. Legit splash damage. Not the multiple targeting that the Dark Templar do, similar to Mutalisks. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. I can afford to lose the cannons. They're just rolled up anyway. It's more important for me to burst down the train. So we're chasing it down. I use Shadow Fury manually on a single car. To do that, I just place a circle such that only one car is covered. I retreat my army. Again, live today, fight tomorrow.
The enemy moves against our base.
You see how hectic this is? I mean, yeah, look at that. Allies working on the third upgrade. Alright. Regen my energy slightly. Okay, ally drops a space station. And then we burst him down. You notice that my ally and I are always together. We cannot venture out on our own, because that's a recipe for disaster. If we venture out on our own, we may be able to kill our half, or the first half of our half. But the other half will just mow us down. Which is why we need to stick by our ally, no matter what. I use Black Hole here, to group them together, to make them splashable. I use Black Hole again, and activate Time Stop, to make sure that they're still grouped up and susceptible to splash damage. Okay. Okay, now it's my train. I just right click on it. I really hate this mutation. I just want to end it as fast as possible. Dang, I thought so much. The train is so much health. But yeah, I'm just focusing it down, and that's GG. Man. This mutation is so irritating. Oh, there it is. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. If you have an idea for what else I can do, please leave that in a comment. Again, we used slower speed for this one, and we picked Robo Colossus. Alright, see you.